Welcome back to Through Jeremiah's Eyes. This is the inaugural episode of Season 2, and we're going to be starting off with a Run It Back series where I bring on guests from the previous season and revisit the conversations that we had from about a year ago. And today I am joined by, as you all know, William Teasley.
Yo.
And we're going to be revisiting our conversation on ambitions versus expectations. And we're going to see how much our conversations are going to change from a year ago, with how much impact a real year of life could actually have on somebody.
Yeah, I was like, when you were texting me that, you were headed back in the way, so we're going to do this. I was like, there's been so much growth to happen in the last year. Like, growth is really exponential. Being 20 is so much different from being 21 and then being 19 and all of that. It's really crazy. It's crazy to think about. But I'm ready. I'm excited. Run it back a year.
And it's crazy.
Ambition versus expectations. Who knows?
Hey, that's what we're going to discuss, though.
Yeah, but either way, hit me. What you got for me?
Well, first off, just a new element that I'm going to incorporate. So tune into the video element of this podcast on YouTube. But just asking each of my guests to bring an item that represents something important to them or themselves. So, well, I don't know what you brought, but if you would like to share your special item, an item that you hold close to your heart.
So, my special item, something that, honestly, if you listen to the first season episode that I had, family is something that's extremely important to me. My mother, my father, my brother, they are the reason I do what I do. And my brother specifically. I had a lot of time where, growing up, it's always interesting, like, when you have siblings, because you never realize how mean you are until you think back to all those times. And I'm literally helping my brother, like, right now. Like, he's calling me in the middle of class, talking about, like, I want to make a rug. And I'm like, I got you. But, like, if you would ask me to do this maybe, I don't know, it's 15 years ago, absolutely.
You would have been, no.
You know what I'm saying? So, to commemorate my brother and the love that I have for that man, how proud I am of him and the person that he's becoming. I brought a photo of me and my brother from, like, the year is, I'm 4 months old and my brother is 4 years old. It's Christmas 2001. And it's something I always keep in my wallet. That's why it's so beat. And I probably should protect it, to be honest with you.
That is insane.
It's it's just the growth that we've had over the years in terms of, personal ambition, our relationship with each other, our relationship with our parents, our relationship with ourselves, just all of that, putting it all together, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. That little 4-year-old and 4-month-old have no clue
at all
what they're doing today. You know what I'm saying?
Look, you know.
Shout out to my boy, yo. Shout out.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
The sibling love. I can definitely feel and relate on that too. Because me and my little siblings, it's butt heads 24/7. Yeah. But
that's our job, though.
Yeah.
That's our job. Being a younger sibling, you have to.
You see, not giving a younger sibling that gets spoiled and you get leeway on stuff.
And that's what y'all be saying because y'all just mad.
You get leeway on stuff. And then as an older sibling, then you got to have lots of responsibility. You got to do all this and that, cover up for the younger sibling. They do something and it's still on you. So no matter what you did, he would just have to be like, okay.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. That wasn't my decision.
Hey,
so,
all I'm saying.
Pick of the litter. Yes.
Shout out Josh and Alana too, and Jarrell, all siblings. But just to get back onto the topic.
Ambition and something.
Ambition and expectations. So, first off, what are some of your hobbies and passions?
Okay. So some of my hobbies and passions, the main hobby, and it's actually interesting that you said the word hobby because I'll go into further detail about that later, but my main hobby right now is photography. And the main shift in the difference from last year is I wanted my hobby to become my life. And it took all this time. It took literally a year for me to decide and, getting more opportunities to do photography long term for me to realize it's not what I want to do. And so I forgot that my hobby was a hobby and I was trying to make it my life. And as a result of that, I would sit here and I'd be, upset and stressed and trying to figure out the next move and all these different types of things, especially being in an artistic space. There's a lot of anxiety that comes with it because you see people that are saying like, yeah, I want to be photographers. I'm going to LA and I'm going to do this, that, and the third. I'm going to New York. I'm going to do this and the third. I'm going to shoot for Vogue and GQ and all these different types of things. And it's like, are you though? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just the way that I think. And I just couldn't subject myself to that. But I had gotten distracted by the idea of doing that for the rest of my life, and I just had to switch it. Which I guess might answer a couple of other questions, but the main hobby I have right now is photography, and I'm really happy to say it is my main hobby.
It is your main
It's
hobby.
my main hobby. It gets the rent paid.
And that's what matters.
And that's all that matters.
You get the bills?
Yeah. College just asks for that every month. First of every month.
Yep.
So
Guess what? You don't want to not be able to have somewhere to stay.
Man, look.
You got to get food on the table.
Yeah, I need a studio somewhere.
Got to get clothes on the back.
Shout out 1017.
1017.
Shout out 1017.
And then what do you think some of your passions are? Or a passion? Because I remember we had hit on whether photography was, again, a hobby or a passion. But is there anything that you think that has been like solidified as your thing, like your purpose, your why?
I can definitively say that my why is being strategical and helping people. And so I think a lot of what people say nowadays is, I want to help people, I want to change the world, I want to do this, I want to do that. And I admire every single person that does that. It's extremely gallant of a thing to say. But I think that my way of looking at it is I'm not helping them out of a sense of like necessity. It's out of a sense of almost like it's different from empathy. I don't know. It's
instinct.
Yeah, instinct. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to force yourself to do something.
Exactly. Like I'm not. I think I used to think I fell into this position where it was like, he's the food insecurity dude. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's connecting with this person, just trying to help people out. I used to think I fell into that position. That's where I kind of cemented myself as somebody who could reach out, or people could reach out to me specifically to get stuff done. Mm-hmm. And it felt good. You know what I'm saying? It felt good to be seen in that light. But I think year ago me continued doing that work because people like that he did it so much, and I like to be needed. Yeah, which is probably something you talk to therapists about. But this ain't that.
Yeah,
this ain't that. That ain't this. I'm not paying you. So,
I mean, you can if you want to.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah, rent is due the first.
Got you.
So,
Respect.
But we as like a society, and I hate people say that. I hate when people say we as a society, but I think like we as a society, we always want to do what makes other people appreciate you being in a space with them, and me being in that space made me feel like I had a necessity. Like I was
like somebody was depending on
me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And over the last year, I won't say that I've made a lot of moves in terms of fixing it, but I've recognized it. And, I think that's the first step in actually trying to get out of that mindset. But even while I've recognized it, the fact that it is more instinctual to do that is the fact that I will keep doing it. I'm not going to stop doing it. That's why I haven't made any moves to stop. Like if you ask me to do something, 9 out of 10 I will say yes, and that one I don't is just quite literally because you said you didn't need me anymore or something like that. You know what I mean? Like
some extreme circumstance.
Some extreme circumstance, because it's just instinctual for me to sit here and be like, look, if you came to me for something, then I'm gonna figure it out how I can help you. You know what I mean? And so it's more instinctual, and sitting in a space like being an industrial system engineer, the entire thing is instinct. Yeah. What do you know is going to get done, and what is going to make this a better process? And so, as many people hate their majors and they're not happy with their school and all that, IC, industrial system engineering, all that. But IC is the best possible thing I could have done, because it is literally just instinct for me to be in that space, helping people figure out how to do better in the future. So I love it, man.
Like a perfect marriage between your personality, character, and then majoring in
Aggie pride. It's a big Aggie pride out here. But
just thinking of like career wise, majoring in industrial systems engineering. After that, I don't know specifically how many options you have.
Yeah.
I feel like you could apply that to a lot of different fields. But if you could drop everything right now, be fully financially stable, not have to worry about colleges calling you for the lease.
Yeah.
Not having to pay utilities, not having to worry about money, food. You're gonna have food on your table. You want steak, you get steak. Anything. Fully financially free. Don't have to worry about a single thing. What would you do? What would you pursue?
And honestly, I remember this question because I said photography.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember.
It was. This is honestly like I've been thinking about it a lot recently, But this is honestly the first time I say like, yeah, no, I don't want to be a photographer. Like, I don't want to do it long term. I don't want to do it for the rest of my life. And it's kind of freeing to say, you know what I'm saying? And so I would say, and I haven't thought about what I would want to do with no financial obligation other than quite literally the work that I already want to do. You know what I mean?
What is that specifically?
And so what I would like to do is more than just food insecurity, using engineering, bringing a different kind of thought to fixing humanitarian issues. So when it comes to, you know, emergency relief or, you know, natural disasters that happen, bettering their lives, that same weird necessity I have to be needed, being in that space and helping people is just my instinct.
Yeah.
And so I even think with photography, like, people would come to me and say like, hey, I need a photo shoot. I'm like, okay, I got you. You know what I mean? And so,
and then you put in the work.
And then
execute.
Yeah, and then I practice for 2 days to
don't
get
miss.
the shot, and I take.
Don't miss.
You know what I'm saying? And, I appreciate it. But yeah, nah. So I think even if I had the ability to do whatever I wanted, I think I would still go to graduate school. I still think I'd do the experiences and the co-ops that are going to be offered to me in that space and continue doing that work, because it's like, it gives me a certain level of peace at night that I know, like, I'm here for a reason, and if I wasn't here, this position might not be as fulfilled.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Especially thinking about the conversation a year ago from now.
Yeah.
And all the conversations that we've had from then till now, and even before then.
Yeah, it's cathartic. It's really cathartic to say, because it's like, I wholeheartedly do not want to be a photographer the rest of my life, bro. I know I don't want to do it. I know I couldn't do it. That's the biggest thing. I know I couldn't do it, because it's like, I literally every day for like 3 weeks in a row, I had a camera in my hand.
Yeah.
And it drove me up a wall. Because then it's like, okay, now I got to edit these photos. Okay, cool. Now I have to think of the next photo shoot. Now I have to figure out this and buy that and do this and go here and get on 13 bus right there and do all of this. And I have the amazing opportunity to work for the Blue and Gold Marching Machine, the best band in the land.
No debate.
On their media team, it has given me so much experience. Like, it has improved the quality of my work, my attention to detail, like, everything tenfold. I would not be the photographer I am today without the limited amount of time that I've spent with them. And I know this, and I'm surrounded by amazing creators like Jarvis and Jamar and Kellen and Cam and all under the leadership of, you know, Cash and all these different types of people. And it's like, they required a certain level from me that somebody paying me wouldn't require. You know what I mean? And so it's like, they know what I'm doing. Because this is the first time I was in the space where it's like, I'm with other people who know
who actually do.
Exactly. Like, I started talking about white balance, and they're like, yeah, nah, it's 1500 Kelvin. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. You know what I mean? So it's like it being in a space, it made me jump in terms of the amount of detail that I put on every single photo. You can put me in situations where it's like, I get to shoot at the Detroit Lions Stadium, and then the next weekend I'm in Houston. And, you know what I'm saying? And so all these different opportunities, but it cemented in me. It's like, could you do this past college? And I don't think I could. I really
Nothing like that work setting?
And it's nothing on the team. It's nothing on the band. It's nothing on anybody else. I just personally do not think that long term, that's something I could do when I'm like 40. It's not something I want to retire doing.
Do you feel like it's because you don't feel fulfilled at the end of the day from it? Is it like enjoyable, but for example, with ISC and everything that you want to do with like humanitarian engineering, all that different type of stuff, do you feel like that's more fulfilling and that gives you more, I guess, gratitude, or you have more gratitude for the work that you do, and because you're able to see the impact, if that makes sense? But you enjoy photography more as like of a craft, if that makes sense.
I think I enjoy it more of a craft, and the longevity of the photography is what really makes it shine. You know what I mean? I think the thing that's really not messing with me in a way, because I mean, I've been doing it for the last 3-4 years, is you gotta, like, when you think about the process of like someone asking for their photos, right? I sit here for 30 minutes setting up the studio. Cool. gas. We shoot for an hour. Cool, gas. You leave. I'm not done with those photos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have to go in and I have to edit. And then I have to compare all the edits together to make sure they're cohesive. And then I have to decide which edits are going to be better with here. Is the lighting here good? Is the lighting here there? I shifted my white balance or my aperture or whatever it might be. I shifted this, and so I have to compensate for that. And so I'll spend 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours editing one photo shoot. And then I send it to them, and they're like, thanks! And then they post it up. They get, 500, 600, 700 likes on Instagram, and then that's kind of it.
That's the end of it.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's as much as I do love doing it and love putting work out there, and I think above all, I love being able to document people's number one experiences. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like your 21st birthday. I'm photographing, you at the Detroit Lions Stadium dancing, you know what I'm saying? Or playing your instrument that you played since you were 7. Like I'm able to document that for you. That's what I love about it.
Yeah. Like the capturing the moments aspect.
When you start to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the photography realm, like long term, and honestly, all kinds of media, it's like these people are. You work for GQ, take a photo, go. Take the photo, go. Mm-hmm. We put it in the magazine, you're done. Wraps. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not going to be the same kind of energy where I'm helping people that I know. I've been with for the last 3 years. I might have just met you, but we're both going through the same things. It's not the same kind of energy as helping students on a campus get photos get photos that they're going to be showing their kids later down the line. If you're a model for Vogue, you've got millions of photos of yourself everywhere, and you can Google this and you can Google that, and there's just not that appreciation for the craft and what it takes to actually get something done. But regardless, I spend 30 minutes setting up. We spend an hour shooting, and I spend 5 hours editing.
Perfectionist.
You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, I'll just know once I leave, I'm not going to have the same gratitude towards. Not gratitude. Gratitude's not the word I want to use. The same. No, I feel like gratitude works. The same gratitude for helping document that person's moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's why I kind of always knew that. Which is why I was so interested in like photojournalism. You know what I'm saying? So like going to natural disasters and photographing what's happening.
I was gonna ask if you feel like there's like a bridge between the two.
And that would be the bridge. And last year I didn't know that was the bridge. That's literally the bridge. You know what I'm saying? But you have to think like, do I want to be at a Katrina or a Matthews or an Ira or something like that? Do I want to be there photographing, or do I want to be there handing out water or helping the logistics of getting people from this location to that location? And me, knowing me, I'm picking the latter every single time. You know what I mean? Rather than standing behind and just taking a photo. So that's just me though.
That's dope though. I think it's dope, at least. Do you feel like expectations have affected you in that room? Do you feel like society or people around you have been affecting the direction that you've been wanting to go?
Honestly, no. Yeah.
You love it. Do you feel like it was before?
Honestly, yeah. Before I came to kind of this copacetic understanding of where my life is right now, I'll say that my ambition to keep pushing and keep going and keep driving and doing all this was strictly dictated off of like people saying I can do it. So I was like, gotta go do it. Gotta go do it. You know what I mean? And so now that I've kind of accepted like, or people were saying like, yeah, no, you're gonna be a great photographer one day, da 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 da, and I'm like, man, now I have to go be a great photographer, as you said.
Yeah, because you said
that was me. 2021. That was me at the age of 20. You know what I mean? Like, and I ate it up every single time. I couldn't get enough of it. But now that I've come to a position where I'm like, yeah, that's just not what I want to do. People say that, I'm like, no, I'm gonna go to graduate school. You know what I mean? Like, or no, I'm gonna go work for FEMA, or I'm gonna go, overseas and help with food distribution in Ghana, or all these different types of things. And it's me saying, yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do. So I appreciate your love. I appreciate the consideration. You know what I'm saying?
I still don't miss.
But quite literally, I'm here to take these photos. And I'm here to get out. You know what I'm saying? It quite literally pays for rent, and I love it. And it's not. And with all this being said, this isn't me saying I don't love what I do, because I do. You know what I mean? Like, because I love the 30-minute setup and the hour shoot and the fire.
I was about to say,
I wouldn't do it
in the time
exactly
if you ain't
exactly. I wouldn't still be doing it if I didn't love it. You know what I mean? Especially with how much kind of life grip that it has on me. You know what I mean? And so it's not to say that I don't love it. It's just I don't need anybody in my ear telling me that I'm good at it anymore. You know what I mean? I don't need the Mr. Never Misses. I don't need it.
You don't miss.
And I needed it. Right. I needed it last year. I don't need it now. And I think, honestly, that it's increased the quality of my photos. Just coming that. Because it's like, shoot, my photos from the shoot I did 2 days ago was leagues and bounds better than the shoot I did.
But you go check that
4 days ago. You know what I'm saying?
Please. Respectfully.
Shout out Tiffany.
Amazing.
But it was just I was looking at him. I was like, yeah, I'm happy with that. But looking at that photo doesn't make me want to be a photographer. It just makes me proud that I took that photo. It just makes me proud that I took that photo, and that's a different level of peace. And I'm telling you, bro. We up. I love that. I'm telling you, we up. It's a different level of peace because like I didn't see that and decide like I want to take that photo for the rest of my life. Nah. Yeah. I just want to take photos for a good amount. I just want to take cool photos, and I want to take cool photos and get my people fed. That's it.
And we love that, because especially compared to last year, and like talking about your passions, ambitions, expectations, all that, and then same thing with me on the other side. I feel like my mindset was of what you're talking about, not having to have gratification or expectations of other people influence you. And I'm just happy that you're able to, that you're at the point that you're at now. Because as you said, your work is like,
okay, all right.
And even
all right. Not too much, but
yeah, you know what I mean though.
Yeah.
And on the respect the time that you put in with everything that you do, and the time that you dedicate, and all the things that you do, and the growth. Yeah, it's amazing. Even though I said that like 5 million times.
And what's even crazier is no matter how much equipment I'm buying, my price is still the same from last year. You know what I mean? And I think like if I didn't have this mindset right now, I think I probably would have raised the prices in the last like month and a half. And I was thinking about it earlier, but it's just like, again, it's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to make money to buy new stuff to increase quality and this, that, and the third. Yes, I did, come to a position where I could get myself better equipment, increase the quality. I can get new studio wear, I can get new lights, I can get new camera, I can do all of this because I did work so hard at it. But regardless of that fact, I'm not here to take money from these students. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because quite literally, I'm here to service my campus. Greensboro, you got me. You got me while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to bleed anybody dry. I'm not here to get out of Dodge with everybody money. I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? Doing just enough to keep myself literally in the black. Sufficient. I need to do three shoots a week. I spend this much amount of money. Like my account don't be changing, you know what I'm saying, throughout the week because I'm doing just enough to keep myself alive. But I'm giving 3, 4, 5, 6 people a week photos that they're gonna be showing their kids, and that is so much better than me buying new shoes or new clothes or earrings or jewelry or none of that. Buying a lift kit for my car, like it feels so much better knowing like I'm alive and you're happy. Neither of us are getting screwed over. I feel like some people might look at me, some photographers might look at me and be like, yeah, you're dumb. Bro, you're dumb. If you buy a new camera, you up your price $400 or to you XYZ amount to compensate for the amount of money that you put in. But I'm like, if I don't have to, then I'm not going to. You know what I'm saying? And so,
you feel like that's protecting your hobby from becoming like a
absolutely?
Because I've heard that a lot, and I always had mixed opinions and feelings on it.
Yeah.
Because like
how so?
At least for me, everything that I enjoy doing, I usually try and make it into something that I can like make like for example, this podcast.
Right.
I enjoy making this podcast. I enjoy learning about how sound works, because it's just weird, like how the sound I'm projecting out from my voice and this and all the different mediums and all that different type of stuff is interesting to me. But I enjoy doing this, so I want to make something really big out of it.
But is studying animal science?
Studying animal science is a hobby. I like learning about
studying animal science is a hobby. That's a crazy hobby.
It's like I enjoy doing it. I feel like one of my biggest hobbies is learning about just random stuff. So even like with animals.
That's fair.
Like,
but
going
to college for a hobby is crazy.
You know mice though? Mice, they have they got one like big lung over here, and then they have 4 different lobes of their lung on this side. Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
you know like Secretary, you know that horse that was like win all those races?
I remember them talking about it in BoJack Horseman, not gonna lie to you. That's the only time I've ever heard Secretary. That's a movie though, right?
Yeah, well there was this horse.
Okay, yeah, good.
That was nice. And it was beating every one of the other horses in all the different races. Nobody knew why. But then after they did the autopsy on it, they found that its heart was like 2.5 times bigger than everybody else's heart.
So it was like Michael Phelps.
Yeah, just like a physical anomaly. But nobody knew because it was alive.
Damn, that's crazy.
Insane. But yeah, so like different stuff like that. Just wanting to learn more about animals, biology, not really chemistry.
Like a hobby though.
And then calling
your major a hobby is crazy.
It's fun.
You're about to go to vet school, bro.
Yeah, but it's fun though.
Yeah, whatever. I keep trying to like imagine myself in your shoes, and I just keep forgetting we're completely different people.
But it seems like you're getting to the.
I guess.
To the meat.
Look, I will never call ISC a hobby, bro. What?
Animal science is like.
You think I'm in quality assurance for the vibes? Absolutely not.
Bro. I feel like.
Design of experiments for. Because I like it.
I mean, I don't like organic chemistry and some stuff is like, yeah.
But going to the farm, it's interesting work to you. So what's your definition of a hobby then? Because maybe we have different definitions of a hobby.
Something I do for fun. Something that brings me enjoyment, really.
And so my view of a hobby is like something that takes me away.
Learning takes me away.
You're nah, bro. This
takes me away. I don't do.
Nah, bro.
I live my life so that everything that I do is something that I enjoy doing. That takes me away from. Well, I don't have to get taken away because I'm just like in it.
And that just feels wrong. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why? It's fun.
That just feels wrong. That just feels like the wrong answer. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That just feels like the wrong answer.
It's like if you only do what you love and you only do what you want to do, there's no stress, just vibes.
Okay. We're gonna have to make a cut. Give me 1 second.
Alrighty, so what had happened was Will felt something in his spirit telling him that the camera battery died, and
it definitely did.
Yeah.
For sure. That's all my fault. And that's why I stick to photography and not videography. But either way, we here. We gonna finish it out. Don't remember what we was talking about. We took like a 30-minute break.
Yeah. But we moved though.
Yeah. And it's all good. It's all good vibes. We're here though.
What was I thinking about though?
Yeah.
How you were talking about capturing like moments and all that different type of thing. This is completely. Actually, it's not related. But how you talking about capturing moments and like moments in time that you could be able to share in the future with like kids and grandkids and being able to give that to somebody else. Mm-hmm. I feel that same way with audio, podcast type thing. Yeah. It's not like the exact same, but being able to have conversations, for example, even just this series, being able to have a conversation now that we had a year ago,
to it. Yeah,
and be able to compare, like, just our attitudes, mentalities. You can hear that in our voice. Confidence changes, all that different type of stuff.
Yeah, no.
I was at a totally different place a year ago from now.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting, like, when you do have kids and you have grandkids, they're going to be like, what would you like in college? You'd be like,
here you go.
Yeah, go listen to Through Jeremiah's Eyes. And that's me right there, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, yeah, it's the same energy. Same idea, quite literally.
And it's insane.
And so it's really cool. It's really cool.
You're over there capturing light.
Yeah.
Light particles that bounce off of.
You got it.
Reflecting.
You got it.
Things.
You got it. You got it.
Aperture and.
Yeah, for sure.
Concave lenses and.
That maybe.
Mirrors.
For sure. and you over here recording air, but that's besides the point. But yeah, no. I truly do love, capturing those moments. Your favorite photos that you ever seen of your parents, or the one of them in college. I want to be the person that took the photo. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be like, oh, that was a cool photo. And they're like, yeah, my dude Will took it. And I eat it up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. The long term, after I get out of this space, even being where I'm at right now, it's like I don't know these people on campus anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's senior year. The only people I know are the people that have, gone out of their way to meet me, or gone out of my way to meet them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like I just know you because I know you, or I'm in class with you, or all these different types of things. 13,000 people on this campus. I lost everybody, last year when everybody graduated. And so it's not like it feels different shooting this year than last year, because it's not like I'm capturing moments for my friends and my family and the people that, I've known for the last couple of years. It's like, person, hey, I know you're a photographer, I want you to take my photos. And it's like, that energy is always just weird. I don't like that power dynamic. I like going to, a kickback or a house party or a birthday party or something like that, taking photos of my friends and then being like, oh, I love it. I eat that up. That I eat up. I literally do that for free, because I love just being in that space and being able to photograph those moments. But that's why I just know I don't have the mentality to be a photographer long term. So
well, I feel like all your friends have at least at some point had a picture that you've taken as their either home screen, lock screen, or profile picture.
That's exactly it. And that's exactly what I needed. You know what I'm saying? That makes me more happy than getting a Cash App notification. You know what I mean?
And there are so many different, even moments that, like right now, that I can recall. Like Sid, when we were driving on the highway with like the whole Cheetos.
And you got
and
the
all that type of
Cheetos
stuff.
Coming back from, that was G-Ho, DJ Gloves day party, and we were driving on the window, and he was like, hey! I was like, wait. So I threw myself out the window and tried to take that photo. And that's really cool. It was just a cool experience, and I'll never forget it. You know what I'm saying?
And you'll be able to capture that moment.
Capture the moment.
You would have forgotten about
it.
Right. But
imagine if I charged Sid for that photo. That's crazy work. You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it.
I feel like that's one of the things I'm trying to do more of. Taking pictures with people, because I feel like I have pictures with nobody. And then videos, the same sort of thing.
Man, you want to know something crazy? As much as I spend my time around the camera, I have almost no photos of myself, like serious. It's either way too serious, like it's a full studio photo shoot, self-portrait, I'm finna put this in a book or something, like my own book or something like that, or it's like the 0.5 behind the heads that I take. There's no in between. Like, I'm on this e-board for the Black Bus, shout out Michaela Massey and Ari Mackey.
For sure.
But I'm on the e-board for them, and they were trying to do like a post to, introduce everybody on the e-board, and they were like, yeah, just send me a photo. It took me 3 days to find a photo. And then I just ended up sending like, I think a photo of me sitting on the ground or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, no, I don't get any photos of myself, and I'm really okay with that.
Yeah.
But it's like,
it's like when somebody asks you, then it's like, dang, I really don't have.
I don't have any photos of myself. But if you ask me to send a photo of Amon, I got you. I got you. Amon, Sid, Don, you, shoot, Mila, like anybody. I got folders on folders on folders of hundreds of people in my phone. I don't have any of myself.
Were you ever on the selfie wave? You were just
absolutely not.
I never liked selfies.
Yeah,
I feel like
I could never get used to that, bro. Just like, even I was the dude that'd be on Snapchat taking photos of the ceiling, type, like with an S for streaks.
That's crazy work.
That was me. Yeah, no, for sure. That was weird. That was a weird time to be alive. Speaking of which, PSA, if you're still on Snapchat these days, please grow up. And I want you to keep that in here too. I'm saying that with my whole chest.
I definitely will.
Yeah, I'm saying that with my whole chest. You gotta get off Snapchat, bro. You can't be on college in Snapchat. That's crazy work.
Snapchat is wild.
Snapchat is wild. That's a crazy boy, bro. Oh my gosh.
But then you have like the like year in reviews and the on this day 3 years ago.
And see, I'll download Snapchat to look at a specific photo that I needed from freshman year that I took on Snapchat before.
Because it's only saved on
Snapchat. It's
Snapchat.
only saved on Snapchat. That's lame, bro. Did you see on TikTok they have a Be Real thing now?
Huh?
Yeah. On TikTok they have a thing called Now, and it's Be Real. You have 3 minutes to post a photo. It takes a photo of the front and the back. It's the craziest thing. But the only thing is, it's not your friends. It's anybody that follows you. What, bro?
So there's no point.
Dog, I saw so much stuff I wasn't supposed to see. I swiped through for 5 seconds. I was like, this will be gone tomorrow, I promise you. Because people are going crazy on it. Yeah, no. Yeah. Shout out TikTok, though.
No, facts.
Shout out TikTok, though.
No sponsorship? Anything?
Dog, they just, the writing is crazy. But either way, shoot. I don't even know what else there's to talk about. Do you have any more questions for me?
Actually, do you feel like you found your purpose in life? Or do you feel like that aligns with your humanitarian
engineering?
Yeah.
So for context, I would like to go on to become a humanitarian engineer. Yeah. And the next steps into making sure that happens is I would like to attend the University of Drexel or Drexel University, one of the two. I need to get that right. I
definitely need to get that right.
I probably need to figure that out before I start really hyping it up. But I like to go to Drexel for their peace engineering master's program.
You'll get in.
And so thank you, appreciate that. Really hope so. But do I think it's my purpose in life? I don't know. I don't think people have only one purpose in life.
What do you feel like your purposes in parentheses S is/R?
Might sound kind of corny, but just be a good person. Like, nothing hurts me more than knowing that I hurt somebody and I can't fix it. And it's something that one of the growth pieces that I've literally had since the last time that we've done this podcast for XYZ reasons we're not going to get into, was realizing, like, when you do hurt people, they're not required to accept your apology or any moves that you try to make to reconcile that afterwards. That was a big, massive moment of growth that I had to kind of come to terms with, because honestly in the last year I've done my fair share of hurt. You know what I mean? And so understanding that, like, you know, when you do stuff, you made that decision, you made that an active action, I guess. And as a result of that, you hurt the people that you genuinely do care about, and, you know, people that cared about you, which is even worse. Like, that's something that really hurts. But honestly, that's the stuff that I stay up at night thinking about. Like, I hurt this person, I should have done this, instead I did this. But I can't go back to 2021 Will and tell him, don't do this, don't do this, do this way, move that way, da-da-da-da-da. And so, honestly, I think my purpose is just to be a good person. And if you're following that purpose, if I'm following that purpose, who knows? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But be a good person. That entails, you know, be a good father, be a good student, be a good friend, be a good son, be a good brother.
Father's a crazy bar.
Father's a crazy bar.
Future though.
Future. Yeah, let's put that in parentheses. Exclamation mark. But yeah, I think just trying to be a good person at this point. Like, whether that's me taking photos, do you like the photos, you're a good person. You know what I'm saying? You made somebody happy today.
Yeah.
That's being a good person to me. But yeah, I'd like to say that's my purpose, I guess. What's yours? I know you've had this figured out since you were like 10.
Right. Well, first, I feel like you, like, just, like, knowing you, even from, like, first jump, everybody knows you're a genuinely selfless person. one of, if not the most selfless person that I know. Especially when you like peel back all the layers behind William Teasley.
I might be a stretch, but I'll take it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, ask anybody. Ask anybody that knows you. But my purpose, I feel like it's to change the world in my own way. Be happy and make everybody else happy.
But that's got to be a daunting thing, though. Like, for my purpose to be to change the world. Like, you know what changes the world? Like, the Queen dying. That changes the world.
Like shifts.
Like Kurt Cobain dying changed the world.
I want to, like...
Not saying you're going to die, that's what's going to change the world. That sounded weird in context. Those were the examples I was thinking of at the time. But it was, like, changing the world.
I want to, like,
that's scary, bro.
I want to, like, shift the balance of everything at the end of the day. Like, by the time I die, which I don't want to do, that's a whole other thing. But...
Not wanting to die is cool. Not saying not wanting to die is crazy.
No, I know what you're saying.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, I want to live a life that, like, everybody knows who I am and the impact that I made on the world. Because I feel like a lot of negative things happen in the world, but I also feel like there is a majority good things that happen in the world. There are a lot of bad people in the world.
Like the world is in the green.
Yeah. Overall, whether it comes to people, actions, anything of the sort. And I just want to get everybody to know that I want everybody to be happy. I want to be everybody to be on no stress, just vibes, which I say a lot. But genuinely, like just do what you want to do.
That sounds like communism.
Communism?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
No.
Maybe I don't understand world history, but that sounds like communism.
No, but it's like, I feel like it would be...
I don't know. I still stand on that daunting. Like, to change the perspective of everybody, everywhere, forever, all the time. Like, I don't think I'm one of those people that I need everybody in the world to know my name and know what I do. I don't think, like, maybe for people that know me that listen to this, might be able to tell another story. I might just be tripping right now. But, like, I'm really cool off it. Like, I don't want to be, like, articles written about me.
I want articles.
Books.
I want articles written about me. I want books written about me. But not in a, like, I want to see this. So, like, it's not going to, of course it'd be cool, but I'm not going to get any, like OD gratification about it. It's more of the impact that I have. I know it's the amount of impact that I want to have on the world. It'll require people to write books about me.
That was a bar. That was hard. I'm not gonna cap that was hard. But, like, I just think that with me knowing me, to be in the public eye to that sense would just put on so much stress to always have to be performing, whatever I'm in. I just couldn't deal with that amount of stress. I'd rather perform for my 20 people than 20 million people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would get so much more gratification hearing that from 1017, from, you know, Dr. Knipes or Miss Franklin or the people that are, like, hold actual stake in my life.
The integral people.
Hearing from them that, you know, they appreciate my work and da-da-da-da-da. Hearing, not even in photography sense, like, just they appreciate the work that I do, period. That feels a lot better than me than 20 million people being like, oh my God, Will, we love you! Like, I'm cool off it, bro.
Yeah,
I don't want to change the world.
But I agree, though. It's like, your opinion is going to hold more weight than just, like, millions or thousands of people also, like, saying whatever their opinion is. But at the end of the day, it's like, I still want to hope to... If this was my Instagram post was talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that with, like, every word that I say, every action I do, every person I come across, I'm able to change their perspective or change the way that they think, or at least jog some thought.
So they can see life through Jeremiah's eyes.
Yes, so they
can see life. Everything comes together.
Jeremiah's eyes.
Everyone comes together.
Honestly, that's the thing.
Yeah, roll credits. I don't know. I don't think I want to change the world. I think I want to improve people's lives, if that makes sense.
You don't have an autobiography?
No.
You want a biography?
No.
I feel like it'd be cool.
I talk too much, and too many people know my story already. Where it's like, I don't need to write it down. You know what I'm saying? That statement kind of didn't make any sense, but it made sense in my head. Where I'm like, the people that need to know my story know my story. I don't want people to be able to buy my story.
Yeah,
that's weird. That's always been weird energy to me.
Does it never?
You're buying my stories for what? You want the tea on my life? You want to replicate what I did? Da 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 da. I promise
be an inspiration to people.
I don't want to inspire people, bro. I hate that. I hate hearing I inspire people, bro. I hate that. Because then it's like...
You inspire me.
Dog, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, respectfully. And you inspire me to say, like, damn, you're not doing enough. And then I go about my day. That's it. That's all I got. Like,
that's crazy.
Like, to hear that you inspire people, inspire is such a crazy concept. Because it's like, dog, I am quite literally 6 months older than you. I got nothing to inspire you about, bro. Like,
no, but I
literally just been on YouTube learning. That's it. I don't have nothing to inspire you for.
The stuff that you do and the way that you live your life and go throughout your life, that has the chance to change somebody's viewpoint. Inspire somebody, no matter who you are.
Bro, nah, inspire is crazy. I feel like in terms of what you've overcome, cool, gas. You know my story. You know you know my story because you hold the stake in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I've been through. You know what I've gone through, right? I don't want people to look back and be like, wow, even though Will went through that, look where he got to. Nah,
even with different stuff that you do, even that you care, the way that you carry yourself through different activities or different actions that you do, different things that you say, different advice that you give people, like that single word that you say can have the biggest impact on somebody's life, and you will be their role model. You will be their person, whether you want to or not.
I feel like if somebody truly inspires you, I don't think their story prior to the work that they've done is truly and honestly like that important to what the work actually is. You shouldn't have to create a baseline for like, oh, you grew up on, like, let's talk about like somebody that I'll say, even though I hate the word inspire and I hate hearing people like I inspire people, as few times as I've heard it. A couple of times I'm like, ugh, weird. It's just she was talking about spot. But like Obama is somebody that inspires me, right? I've never looked at him like, oh, he was just a hard knock kid that grew up in the streets of Chicago.
Yeah, no, but
I don't think he went to Harvard, and then he went to this, and then he became the president, and he changed the world. Nah, bro. I've never been somebody to look back on their story and be like, even though you were this, you became this. And so even though I'm me, I can become this. You're not gonna become president, bro. Respectfully.
Me?
No, not you. I'm saying in general, like, you only elect one of them every 4 years type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's I think I'm bouncing around from idea to idea, but like, I don't like creating like a baseline because I think that implies that just because you quote unquote made it out, that like you deserve more. No, I don't want to say that because that is true. But like, yeah. Let me run that back. I don't feel like creating that. I feel like creating that baseline devalues the work that's done, because it's like, okay, cool. If I start at level like 10 and somebody else starts at level 2 and we both make it to level 25, yeah, you did all of that work.
But you're saying the person that started from 2 isn't any more than the person that started at 10. Hold up,
let me run it back because that's not true. I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about levels 2 through 10, bro. I just personally don't want to hear about it. How did you get to where you got to go? Because you know what I'm saying? Why would I pay to learn somebody's story from level 2 to 10? That's just not me. And I wouldn't want somebody to be like, yeah, let me go read Will's autobiography. Nah, talk to me in person.
People would pay to read that.
Nah, I doubt it.
That'd be a bestseller.
It's a stupid story.
A bestseller.
It's a dumb story.
What would it take for you to write a book on some part of your life? What would I have to do? I'm
not doing it. I'm not putting anything in writing.
What about when
my mama would read it? I don't need my mama to read it.
When I make my first
That's honestly the whole thing I'm scared about. I don't want my mama to read it. I feel like she'd be mad at me.
You'd be grown.
I don't want mom to be mad at me. like as grown as I get. And I don't need Dr. Teasley to catch that and be like, ah! and then no, that's not what I need.
What about after I make my first meal? Then
not writing a book, bro.
You like
I'm
agree?
not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Would you if I like signed you to my publishing label?
How about I take your headshot that goes on the back? Deal? Yeah, exactly. I'm not doing it. I feel like I'm honestly gonna renege on everything I just said in like 5 minutes. I was starting to think about it. I'm like, I think I was just talking. I was talking for the sake of talking, but like, I stand on no, I don't want to write an autobiography, and I stand on no, I don't like inspiring people. I don't want to be an inspiration.
Is it that you don't want to be an inspiration? You don't want to be told that you're an inspiration. Like you want to be an inspiration because that can help people, but
it just adds.
You don't want to know because then you feel like, oh well, then I have to live up to. I have to be the role model for them. Like how athletes are like, I'm not a role model.
And I'm not a role model. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm not a role model. I'm not somebody you're supposed to be following. I promise you. You're not supposed to want to read my book. I promise you, bro. But the thing is, I think now that I've had more time to think about it, I could be more serious about my answer. It's like if I don't want to be an inspiration, I don't want to have to be told that I'm an inspiration to people because I know myself, and that would make me continue going down that path where it's like I have to keep inspiring people. So
you have to.
No, it's not. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it to inspire people. I'm not doing it to make you be like, wow, Will is such.
Yeah, you're not
like,
doing.
I'm not doing that anymore.
You're not doing it for that purpose.
Exactly. I'm not doing that anymore.
But and I feel like with everything that you do, it kind of.
If it's a symptom of what I do, cool. Don't talk about it.
But you can't choose if people talk about it, though. You don't have to write a book.
Exactly. So I'm not gonna write a book, so people don't talk about it. Like I just don't. I don't want to be an inspiration to anybody. I just want people to be like, shit's kind of cool, and then they go about their day. That would be perfect for me. I don't like hearing the gratitude, like all the extra stuff that comes from the work that I do. I don't want to hear about it. Legitimately, because I will obsess over that aspect of it rather than the work that's being done. It shifts my focus. That's the biggest thing. It will shift my focus back towards where I didn't want to be, like a year ago. I don't want to be an inspiration. Don't tell me I'm an inspiration. That's cool, bro. Keep it pushing. And I promise you, I will be cool. Say thanks and go about your day. I'll be cool. I promise you, I won't think about it. I'll go on to the next thing, the next thing. Because I feel like if you're an inspiration, that puts me at like it puts me in a weird space with you. Because like, I can't just sit in a room with you. Me knowing me. Because it's like, you've told me I'm an inspiration to you. And then we sit here and we talk and now we're just staring at each other like, like, nah, bro. It just creates a weird energy. I don't want to be an inspiration. I just want to be another nigga on campus. I'm so sorry. Another dude on campus just sitting here doing what he's got to do to get out, trying to make it to February 2023. That's who I want to be. I don't want to be an inspiration. At 21, absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not.
I want to say what I want to say, but just know. Unspoken. But
real shit.
This is the end of the first episode, which will probably have another first episode because the video got cut out. But
my fault. My fault.
But this was good, just being able to get like back into the groove of things, back into the feel of things.
Quick little practice session.
Yes, an amazing practice session, and great just to be able to revisit this conversation because it is honestly insane seeing the massive amount of growth from the both of us over this past year.
You've grown so much, bro. And you've always been really like cool to see work. Dare I say it, inspiration. But
I love it.
Like, yeah. See, weird. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's crazy to think. Legitimately, I think that you're the much more mentally like put together version of me. You're the much more productive version of me. You're me on Adderall. Oh, my fault. That's just druggy. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're
get the concept.
Yeah, the concept of like cheat codes. You're me with cheat codes, and you're just just living life, just chilling. And it's crazy because it's like you do things like create a podcast. I have 3 photo shoots and I have a mental breakdown in that for 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was able to have the productivity, I still probably wouldn't be close to whatever you got going on right now because I'm not touching it. I'm not even getting close. But like, it's really just cool to see like the work that you do and the way that we do think opposite, but like we get to the same
at the same
every single time.
Every time. Bro, it works perfectly.
Complete
and it's so
opposite
weird.
directions. We end up in the same location at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like it's my brother Thru. It's my twin though. But regardless, I don't want to be an inspiration.
Well, you inspire me.
Shut up.
So.
Shut up.
It is what it is at this point. But thank you for joining me on this inaugural episode of season 2. Make sure you check in and tune in for episode 2 with whoever the next guest is. On Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
You see what I'm saying?
We have it on LinkedIn, Facebook.
I'm just not serious enough. All that you just said, that's crazy work.
Everything got different things. Like YouTube, you got long form, you got YouTube Shorts, Instagram TV, you got Instagram Reels, LinkedIn, Twitter.
And he be learning about mouses and Secretariat's heart in class. That's crazy work. You side life. What's like your alter ego? What's the thing? Like Superman's Clark Kent. That's like your mild-mannered ego. Your mild-mannered ego is like doing podcasts and going to work for the NFL and making NFTs and financial literacy courses. Folded on you. But it's alright.
I know, it's
all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. My fault. You can finish your outro.
Oh no, yeah. That's the outro. Thank you.